Okie doke. Hey, this is me, Willie Green, Wilbur, your man. Uh, what I've done and what I want to do here, and I'm going to give some series of videos, hopefully not too long. I'm going to edit them together and whatnot. What this is some audio from my brother. I used Tape-A-Call on my phone, and I recorded that. I mean, there are several that you can use. I know there's a free Tape-A-Call, and I hope that will work for you. So what I'm doing now is I'm scripting the call and scripting my part of the call. So what I want to do, I want to send you the entire call, and then I'm going to send you the packages that I made out of it, so I can give you an idea as to how how putting these things together should work. And I hope that works for you. I'm going to write a little bit more, and when I get into the production end of it and recording myself. All right, here is the audio that I recorded, my script here, and I'm going to edit that. Let's see, there's that. Here's my script that I wrote, and I'll send you a copy of this script with the audio so you can sort of see how I scripted it and I did it and that sort of thing and whatnot. But I'm going to edit it right now. I'm going to save it as a WAV file so it doesn't sound bad. And then I'm going to come back and we're going to put this together in multi-track so you can use this idea or tool with whatever else that you got. So I'm going to stop and well, I'll go ahead and let's see. Let me go ahead and save it as. So we're going to save it here where my other folder is. So let's browse into that. It's on the desktop. Audition folder. Going to go phone call. Let's see. There's call with Nick. See if that's it. Yeah. Here's all the stuff here, and so that's no. I'm not going to save it as that. What I'm going to save it as is my side first Nick rap. Okay. So I'm going to go and save that as that. It's 48 mono, so I'm going to change this to match 16-bit mono 44.1. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to hit OK. So I'm going to save it as that. Take my audio down a little bit here. So let's go ahead and take this down. That was off of my phone. Phone records a little hot, so keep it about, I don't know, 6 inches from your mouth or so, something like that. That looks pretty good. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go ahead and go under Effects to match the other one, and we're going to hard limit, -10, right? No boost, 7/100, that's fine. You can listen if you want. I don't need to listen because I know it's going to be fine. And there it is. On upcoming videos, I will show you the difference between limiting and compression, and the deal is for that. That's for the engineers, but, for the news writing and reporting people, that probably wouldn't hurt you as well. So let me zoom on and make sure I got everything. Yes, I got everything. All right, I'm going to be back, and we're going to start. I'm going to edit this down a little bit, and then we're going to look at how I'm going to wrap it together and show you guys some different things, all right? Taking my different spots, so my side of the conversation, my side of the story, so recorded and here, like I said, I'll send you all that. What I'm doing is I'm taking it, and between all the sections where I have them, I'm just going to go ahead and zoom in, make it easier for my engineer, even though I'm my own engineer, you guys will be relying on the other engineers there. So go ahead and go between whatever you're doing, your spots there, and silence it out. And leave a gap so they know where you're doing. Now what you can even do, and where I've did this on the others, right here, I've got the very beginning of that. I can leave that right there. But right here, where this is, I've got this little gap here. What you can do to help the engineers, and you can do this, now as far as silence goes, I left some silence in here because I went through there and edit, insert silence. And you can generally do that, but you don't have to. What you can do is go and just create a new file, multi-track session. Oh no, I'm sorry. We're going to create a new new audio file. And yeah, there we go. Let's do the 16 bits. And we'll sample rate 44.1, all those. And just record 30 seconds of silence, right? I'm not going to bore you with the rest of it, but you can record 30 seconds of silence, take that file, copy it, and here, where I've got, see my side here, I'm going to zoom out both axes all the way. So where I want to put some silence in, highlight, paste, and we'll paste your 30 seconds worth of silence in right there. But I'm going to undo that so you can go back to there. So let me look through here. It's some silence. Let me look here. Highlight this. Drag this down to 0. Now, you can keep this organized. I'm going to zoom back forth here. You can keep this organized. If you're going to look here, I've got on, stop that. Here's Nick's side. If you see, I've got these markers set up here. Now, you can click these markers, and it's going to show you the time here. You can write these times if you don't have this. Now, most DAWs are going to be able to allow you to set markers in a file and set how you do that. So I'm going to do that with Adobe Audition on this one. So I'm going to go here. There's my cursor, my marker's right there. So if I go to Edit, Marker, Add Cue Marker right there. Now it just says marker number 1. If you want to change that to be something that you're going to understand better, you can highlight it and change the name of it. Just do 1, or do Mean Willie Green 1, whatever, and it will show up like that. So when you move this mark I've got here, or when you go back out to where everything is, you're going to see where all your markers are and that sort of thing. So I'm going to get rid of that though. So here's Mean Willie Green 1. I'm going to go and delete that though. So I'm going to continue. Let me listen here and see what this gap is. Along with the expanded use and a necessity, and internet connection. I've got that, so there's a mistake there. So let me highlight that. Take it down to 0. Of course, I could just delete, but I want to leave that gap in there so my engineer, along with expanded use and necessity and internet connection provides, I also ask him a bit about technologies that are having their moment to shine, as it were. All right, so let me see what this answer does. I asked Nick about whether he thought that Zoom had enough bandwidth to... All right, so yeah, that's just another question, so blank this out here. Settle that down. Move my cursor, edit. Let me insert some silence. 30 seconds, that's a lot, but at least it'll be for sure exactly what's going on. Ask Nick about whether he thought that Zoom had enough bandwidth to handle the upcoming surge in traffic. All right, so there's my question there. Let's pull it all down. With the heavy usage of the internet as a teaching tool, one of the problems is the huge disparity in experience and knowledge that students will have to navigate. Right. Let's face it, I've been recording and editing audio since I was about 5 years old. Nick, my brother here, taught himself how to write to Hero. Speaking of entrepreneurs... Right. Step that down, insert some silence. Keep it at 31. Speaking of entrepreneurs, this is a great time to be in the delivery service. While Nick delivered things to people, Nick and I talked a little bit about that. There's another question. Highlight my silence, zip it down, insert some silence. All right. Major areas already have services that will deliver anything, and Hattiesburg has plenty of... Hey, this is me and Willie. Oh, let's go back to where I was. Come on over here. Zoom out. Roll out. Here, let's see. Some money if you're out there. So there's a view from somewhere. Let's see, here's part of my last one. Highlight, take the audio down, insert silence. All right, and zoom back out, see everything, and there's my last one. All right, so from here, I've got Nick's side and all my cues right there. I got me right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, let's see, I'm going to take this, what's this? Lives and how they are dealing with the disruptions as well as their families. Yeah, I think that's what I just did, but I'm going to go ahead and, there's my way. I'm going to go ahead and close that. So double click, close selected file. See the changes. There's my little silence file right there, so I'm going to go and close that too. All right. Don't have to worry about that. I don't want to close that one. Well, since I've already got these edited, let me go ahead and make sure and save them so I don't lose them. File. File this and go and save. File here, go ahead and save. I mean, the last thing that you want to do is to lose everything that you just worked on. I'm going to stop right here. Speaking of losing everything that I just worked on, before I make another mistake, I'm going to stop this and I'll continue here. Okay, so I got my files here. I got my side. I got Nick and Tech Wrap here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this, I'm going to double click, insert it into multi-track. I got a new multi-track session. So I'm going to go ahead and call this Nick Tech Wrap. Sure, why not? As you see, I've got it saved on my desktop audition file. Make sure I'm in the right spot. Call with Nick. Sure. Sure, we'll put it right there. All right. So 44.1, 16-bit, master. I'm just going to do mono because it's just voice. We're not stereo. It's just mono. So, and you know the difference, right? Stereo is two. Stereo, for something to be truly stereo, you've got to have two microphones. You got to have two sources of the sound. So I can't take my mono voice like this and just make another track and pan them right and left. It's still just going to be mono. It's just going to be right at the middle. Something you can look at and do some more research on if you want to know, but that's that. All right, so here we go. Nick Tech Wrap. Okay, it's going to start me a new multi-track session. There's my side here. There's Nick and Tech Effects right here. I'm going to go ahead and take this and all right, so let's see. Look, see, a lot of you guys, when you were working with this, you were saving the SSX. That's not what you need to do. You need to save the multi-track, but I'll show you that in just a second. So let me take this Nick Tech Effects and insert it into multi-track Nick Tech Wrap. All right, so that's got to put it up there, but I don't want it up there. I want it down here. So, well, wait a minute, what's going on? All right, here. Well, wait, both of those. All right, so let's do this. Do my side, check one here, Nick and Tech 2. Okay, cool. So here I've got me, and I'm gonna zoom in a little bit and get it right here. So let's start back here. I'm gonna start it with Nick and I talking together a little bit, sort of a behind the scenes thing.
So the interview is from the point of view of I'm your brother, right?
Yeah. We could do it that way. Here what I'm gonna start off with me, and then I'm gonna start off with Nick. So let's go back. Hey, this is me and Willie Green here for Southern Miss Radio News. Let's see. News. Snug that up. Willie Green here for Southern Miss Radio News.
So the interview is from the point of view of I'm your brother, right?
We could do it that way. Yeah, sure, absolutely. All right, so I'm going to need to split my track, delete some of this stuff. So here's what you can do here is highlight on this wave up here, double click, hit delete, it's going to get rid of that. So you can take this, double click it, and so you just put your hands, put your two fingers, hold it over together here, so you want to snug it up.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Yep, that's my brother. Loner, introverted expert, autodidact. That means he teaches himself things. He's a smart guy. He's brilliant, I'd say. He was a rifle drill team.
So here's my check number one, right? There's my marker that I've got. So let me go ahead and do my split here. And what that does is that's going to actually split the wave and move the rest of it with you. So you see the rest of it going back. Go back some. So here's where I start talking to my first question.
Own work.
Well, for guys like me that, I work from home. I'm a computer software consultant.
He's more than a software consultant. Anyway, sorry, so let me split this. So I got to move this back here, get to the end of his first
environment. That has put a lot of stress on people that they don't get to see their coworkers, real frequently.
So I'm going to need to pull
as on his ability to use the internet to communicate.
All right, stop.
Don't get to see their coworkers, real frequently.
Nick's work.
I snug that up a little bit. I know this is going to be kind of long, but it takes a little bit of time to do it. Let's see, there we go. Get the play head off of there. There we go. All right.
Ability to use the internet.
They don't get to see their coworkers, real frequently.
Nick's work totally relies on his ability to use the internet to communicate as we are moving rapidly toward.
All right, so here's my second cue point. Highlight that wave. Split. So that just splits it off from the others, like I mentioned, right? So you're going to move it back here. Move here.
Here's Nick's thought on that.
All right, come on. What are you doing to me? My move tool.
The response to the...
Oh, no.
Anyway, here's Nick's thought on that.
I'll snug that up a little bit. Move here. I'm going to go back to my time select tool here, and that's going to be a little bit better.
They offer. Anyway, here's Nick's thought on that.
The response.
All right, so then once again, I can double click, and I've got to split that. Now see, I'm on Mac. I'm with a Mac here, so I've got two fingers down, and that allows me to move and shuffle this back and forth as long as I've got the time selection tool. And once again, this is Audition 2020, but if I've got the time selection tool, I can still use this to move the wave, which that's this one, the move tool. But if I'm on the time selection tool and I double click on my trackpad, that will allow me to move the split.
Just like over-the-air broadcast is crucial.
Along with...
All right, so that's too tight, so let me back that up a little bit.
Is crucial.
All right, that's not enough. So I can do highlight, go back here, bum.
Is crucial.
Well,
that can be a little bit tighter.
Is crucial.
Along with expanded use and necessity an internet connection provides, I also ask him a bit about technologies that are...
See that there's a lot here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a lot of the silence right here. I've got this highlighted, right? So should allow me to delete that. There we go. So, oh, no. I mean, look, I hope that didn't just mess up all. No, it didn't. Good. So let me groove into that, zero in.
To see what they offer. Anyway, here's Nick's thought on that.
All right, so cool. Go to the end of that. Get my...
is crucial.
Along with...
All right, so there's my end. Split me right here. But let me go ahead and I'll do what I did there. I'll delete a lot of this silence. Delete. Go back to where I was here. You guys can all hear this. So some of this, I mean, you may get scared by it, you may not. But, the more of this you want to learn, the better it's going to be on you, to be honest. Like I keep saying, it's always better to know more.
Shine, as it were.
Well,
Shine, as it were.
Well, one of the big ones.
All right, that's pretty good. Let me look here. Let me zoom out some. So here's my zoom out tool right here. I can do that. I could go up and down with my mouse like this, and won't mess it up. So yeah, let me do this. Let me split right here, split that, and get rid of that silence there. And you can do that too. So you can you can set your split here, split, split here, split, and then that would allow you to just double click and delete, and you can get rid of your silence like that. Now, don't freak out if you hold on. Don't freak out if you delete something, because with your deleting, you can always go right here and undo what you did. So if you did something that you think, oh no, what did I do? Then don't freak out, because there we go. Come on, why'd you do that? Selection 2, you should just allow me to, yeah, there we go. Double click, let's see.
And using streaming services. So that's been a big one that I've seen in the past couple of days.
So let's snug that up a little bit. Oh wait, not that. Come on here. Oh, I gotta split it.
Ask Nick about.
Hold on. I'll get back to the multi-track. What am I doing?
Shine, as it were.
Well,
I can snug that up some. Highlight, zoom in. So I'm kind of, I'm kind of going at this a little bit. Oh, come on. I didn't want to, I just wanted that one. What are you doing? I'm getting frustrated.
Okay. Here's Nick's thought on that.
the response
Yeah, that's not bad.
over the air broadcast is crucial.
Along with
Messed me up a little bit. Pull this back here.
Is crucial.
along
Snug that up.
Is crucial.
along with expanded use and necessity
That's
an
not
internet
bad.
connection provides, I also ask him a bit about technologies that are having their moment to shine, as it were.
All right, let me pull that in. Just want that one, so.
As it were.
Well, one of the big ones is
I see. If you see, all right, let me show you something else since I'm here. If you see where I'm right at the end of this, you see that little tool. You see this right at the beginning. If I'm hovering over that, so get that highlighted. See that? What this will allow you to do, if you don't like to see that tail there, you can just snug that in if you want. But you don't have to. I mean, nobody's going to see this word but you. As long as it sounds good.
As it were.
well
As long as it sounds good, then it will be fine. So let me see here.
one that I've seen in the past couple of days.
I asked Nick about whether he thought that Zoom had enough bandwidth to handle the.
All right, so once again, there's a little bit of silence in the middle there. So let me split here. I'll just go ahead and ditch this. There we go. All right, so snug this up.
in traffic.
All right, well, snug it up a little bit more.
Surge in traffic.
Yeah,
Surge in traffic.
yeah. I actually think I'm.
All right, that's a little too close. Like I said, if you want to snug in and get some exact highlight there, see exactly where you're at.
In traffic.
Yeah,
I think it's all right. Zoom out here. Split. Get rid of some of that silence there. Highlight. Delete. All right. And do this one too. Split. And once again, if you're doing this stuff and you find yourself making a mistake, it's okay. Undo, under edit, undo. We're going to keep that like there, so let me get this, so I can snag this. Go a little bit forward here. Zoom in. Uh-oh. Too much zoom in. Up.
been pretty cool to see. Pretty cool to see.
With the heavy usage of the internet as a teaching tool, one of the problems is the huge disparity in experience and knowledge that students will have to navigate.
So watch what I can do here is I'm going to take this, go ahead and pull it back to right here. I'm just going to take this and pull it back.
To hero.
Bounce it back a little bit. There we go, move there.
Hero.
A lot of companies, brick and mortar.
I don't have to listen to that. I already know what it sounds like because I've already edited it, right? Okay, so let me get to the end. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. All right. And so there's his end of that question. Split. Split. Highlight silence. And delete. Alright, so that's going to allow me to move that there. Can zoom back into where I was. Uh-oh. Zoom in here so I can make sure I don't have to take forever.
Some point here or there between brothers.
Exactly. Speaking of entrepreneurs, this is a great time to be in the delivery service.
Split. Oh. Go back to my multi-track. Come on here. There we go. Split. Do my split here. And then I delete. Now, I don't usually talk to myself. I mean, I'm doing this just because I'm recording the audio. I want to give you guys a little insight.
And I talked a little bit about that.
So one of my.
All right, that's pretty good.
About that.
So one of my clients.
All right, that's good. Let me zoom here. There's my answer. Go back here. And zoom in. Turn that.
With no issue. So yeah, they can pretty much get anything but I think cigarettes and booze.
Start it up.
I think cigarettes and booze.
Now, most major...
All right. Let me zoom out. See, there are a lot of different ways to skin this cat. You can do it any way that you want to, so but I'm just showing you as many different ways as I can in this video. I hope that this is going to help you, reporters, try to follow some of these that you're putting down. So when you send it to the engineers, that the engineers can follow your directions and then send it back to you and make sure that you guys don't have to go back and forth and do like 5 or 10 different edits. I mean, you need to work smarter, not harder, right? I mean, that's always the line. All right, so let's
way
see.
to hustle and make some money if you're out there.
All right, so then there's his answer for this one. Move here.
It does actually. In fact, just this afternoon we got a call. I got a call from.
Some money if you're out there.
It does actually. In fact, just this afternoon we got a call. I got a call from my company, Grab It, and they asked, what it would take you and notify you after we leave that it's there.
All right, so let me see here. Zoom in.
Leave that it's there.
So there's a view from someone in the tech.
All right, so let me zoom out and see the whole thing. All right, let me go back to the beginning.
So there's a view from someone in the tech board. There's a view from someone in the tech.
All right, so yeah, let me take all this back. It's going to stop these on every little click, but what you can do is take your cursor up here. Let's go back to the beginning.
Hey, this is me and Willie Green here for Southern Miss Radio. Hey, this is me and Willie Green here for Southern Miss. Hey, this is me and Willie Green here for Southern Miss Radio News.
So the interview is from the point of view of I'm your brother, right?
Yeah. We could do it that way. Yeah, sure, absolutely. Yep, that's my brother.
All right, so that's that. I got everything. I know this is going to sound exactly the way I want it to sound. I know the mix is okay. So what I'm going to do now is show you guys instead of just saving that. Now you are going to want to save that. So let's go ahead and save everything. Save all. Yeah, let's go ahead and move it to the same folder, sure. All right, so I've got all these in the right place now. Now, rather than the sysx, what you guys need to do is go to multi-track here and mix down session to new file. And mix the entire session down. So hit that, and there it is. All right, there's my whole file, and I know both of these are at -10, but if you want to go back and do another hard limit on it, hard limiter, -10, 0, 0, apply. Now, you should be able to take any of these techniques and transfer that to any DAW that you're working on.
Hey, this is me and Willie Green here.
So I know there's my end. I don't know what that little click is at the very beginning. Let me.
Hey, this is
see if I can get rid of that. Yeah, there we go. I don't know what that is, but anyway.
Hey, this is me and Willie Green here.
All right, so there's my full mix down. So I'm going to call this save as right folder. Yes. Southern Miss Today. Me and Willie Green call with Nick. And I got a bunch of these. Well, I'm going to actually end up having 3. But, and let's see, sample type 44.1, mono 16-bit. If I wanted to change that, you would do that over here, but I don't have to, because that's the way I want it. Include markers, it doesn't really matter. Size doesn't really matter, so hit OK. Now, if you're an engineer, here's at this point that you want to send this back to your reporter so they can listen to it and make sure it's got everything that they wanted. Reporters, send your raw files as well as your script to your engineer so they can look at it and make sure that they're giving you what you asked for, giving you the stuff that you need, all right? I'm going to end this one. If you've got any questions about this and this technique, email, wilbur.martin@usm.edu and ask me. I mean, I'm going to try to help you all as I can. I am going to do a little bit on, best practices regarding audio and audio levels, compression, limiting, what all those mean. But this, I just wanted to get out there. This is the way a full rap should look and go. So it's a nice one. This is about 11 minutes worth of rap. And I've got a couple of more of those to do. And I'll probably make videos for that as well. All right. Like I said, email me if you got a question.